What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, man. Welcome back to the channel. Today's video, guys, I'm going to talk to you guys. I'm going to give it to y'all straight up because a lot of people have been asking me, man, how do you feel about your 300 compared to the Scatpack? And my honest opinion, guys, my Widebody Scatpack was awesome. I love that car. 300 is definitely a whole different beast, only because it feels more like a luxury muscle car, where my Charger Scatpack felt like a straight muscle car. If I was at the dealership and I had a choice about a 300C or a Widebody Charger Scatpack, and I drove both cars, I probably would pick the 300C, only because, again, it's a little different in the inside. It has the Hellcat seats. The suspension feels wonderful in this car. You definitely feel like you're driving a luxury car. Whereas the Charger, it was more rugged. The seats felt different. Nothing bad, it's nothing negative, it's just different. I think a lot of people try to find something negative to say about the Scatpack Charger, well, that's an awesome car. It's just a whole different animal. Where the 300 is like you're getting best of both worlds. If you just want a straight muscle car, you go with the Scatpack. If you want luxury and muscle, you go with the 300. It's real easy. It's not difficult to distinguish the difference between the Charger Scatpack and the 300C. As far as power, I feel like this 300 has more power. Now, I know they supposedly have the same horsepower. I haven't really gotten on it like that yet because I'm still under 1,000 miles, so I don't want to do nothing crazy until I get my first oil change, which is coming next week. I'm gonna go ahead and take it and get the oil change, because I'll probably be right at 1,000 miles. So I figure I'll take it anywhere between, 500 and 1,000. I think it's a good time to go take it and get the first oil change. But so far, just small pulls compared to the Charger. This car feels real strong. I mean, the torque and just the way it feels when you get on it, this thing moves. This car is getting down the road big time. The Charger, when I would stomp on it, it would spin. Oh, okay, and release brake. Apply throttle. And this car was spin as well. Matter of fact, I was at the stoplight and a guy pulled up beside me in a C5 Corvette. And he must have knew what I was thinking. I knew what he was thinking. As soon as the light turned green, I stepped on it. My car was spinning and he was gone. So that just let me know that I need wider tires for one, and this car is really powerful. But that's my Charger Scatpack. When I stepped on that car, it felt heavy. You feel what I'm saying? Like the Charger Scatpack feels heavy to me, where this car feels light. And it's crazy because this car is actually heavier. I don't know if it has something to do with the fender flares or what the situation is. It feels heavier than this 300C. The Charger being a wide body, it did seem like it handled a little better on turns. Again, I haven't really driven this car on any turns and really getting on it like that, so it's hard to really compare yet. But just a preliminary observation, the Charger wide body definitely handled a little better, especially on the curves and the turning and stuff like that, mainly because of the 305s. The wide 305s all the way around the car definitely made a difference as far as that. So that's why I'm saying the Charger Scatpack, depending on what you're looking for, may be a better fit if you're going to be actually racing a car and you just want that muscle car feel, and not necessarily the luxury muscle car feel. But this car is not necessarily better than the Scatpack. I don't know why Scatpack Charger, but a lot of people like to say, oh, it's better, it's this, it's that. I think it's all personal preference, because I personally love my Widebody Scatpack. That's why I would never talk down on it. But if I had a choice, an option, mainly because of where I am in my life, I would definitely pick this car over the Charger Scatpack, because it just gives me the best of both worlds. It kind of slides under the radar as well. That's a big factor. And that's why I wanted to get this car before even getting a Hellcat, because I wanted a car with power, and I also wanted a car that didn't draw a whole bunch of attention, but I still had a muscle car. And the 300C is the only way to really do that. And if you got the 5.7, or again, you got the OSRTA 300, all of those cars are awesome. But, you know, just a preliminary observation of the differences in the Scatpack Charger and the 300C. They both got the 6.4. It just depends on what you're looking for, guys. They're both awesome cars. And even now, when I still see a Charger Scatpack Widebody or a Widebody Hellcat or even a narrow body, I love them all, man. I would never talk down on any of the trims. The markups. The sticker, man. With $20,000 markup. I think are ridiculous. Of course, we done talked about that a million times. But the thing about it is this, guys, especially when it comes to these markups, the people that's paying the markups, I would say most of them can afford it. That's why they're doing it. The ones that buy them, that can't really afford them, and, you know, it's paying all this money, you know, to buy these cars, putting all this money down. If they can't afford it, it'll come out eventually. And that's really none of my concern of what somebody can afford. Sometimes I get questions, people, I think they want me to elaborate on what other people are doing. But me personally, guys, I mind my business. If another YouTuber overpaid for a Hellcat, that's his business. I don't know that person's situation, so I'm not gonna sit on my channel and talk down on somebody else because they paid a markup for their car, or their interest rate is high, or this or that. I'll give my opinion on just overall how I feel about the whole situation, not their situation personally, just the situation as far as markups and high interest rate. But I'm not gonna speak on what another person does with their money. That's just none of my concern. I'm too worried about what I'm doing. So I'm never gonna come on camera and talk about another YouTuber, so people can stop sending me stuff saying, oh, this person paid this, or this person this and that. You'll never get a response from me as far as talking down on another man. We all out here in this world trying to come up and trying to live, enjoy our life while we're still here. I can always have an opinion on what somebody else is doing as far as buying a car over sticker and this and that and the third, but at the end of the day, that's totally up to them, because I don't know their situation. They could be rich, and you just never know. But anyway, to get back on topic, just a quick video, guys. People keep asking me, well, how do you feel? What's the difference? You know, it's very similar. They're very similar in a lot of ways, but when I'm inside my 300C, I feel like I'm in a totally different Mopar. But when I sat in a Scatpack Widebody, then I sit in a Widebody Hellcat, I didn't feel that bigger difference. The seats, yes, were different, but they tend to still seem like the same car to me. But in this 300, you look at the dashboard, it's like pure leather. It had this carbon fiber here. The steering wheel is different. There's a lot of things different inside of this car that make me feel like I bought something different. But I still have the muscle and the power, and I'm still in the Mopar family. And that's what I was looking for. If that means I won't be able to buy a Hellcat in order to have that feeling, then that's what it is. And that's why I bought this car. Guys, I could have bought a Hellcat, especially a regular base model 717 Hellcat. I could have got one of those. I wanted something different. The 717 would be nice, but I'd rather have the 485 and the luxuries that's inside of this car instead of, you know, buying the Hellcat. Nothing against the Hellcat. I love the Hellcats. And like I said, I've driven many Hellcats. I see Hellcats every day. Like I said, my co-workers have Hellcats. Red Eye Hellcats, Durango Hellcats. So it's not like I'm some person that never seen a Hellcat, never drove a Hellcat. I'm 100% happy. I have no desire to buy any other car at this point. Glad you guys have Hellcats. That way I can hear y'all stories about what you're doing with your Hellcat in my comments. Or hopefully whenever we can get these meets together, I can see you guys as a Hellcat. So it's all good. But just to kind of get back on topic again, this car and this 300C and the Scatpack are very similar in a lot of ways, but they're very different in a lot of ways. And I personally think it's about preference. What do you want? What are you looking for? What's your lifestyle? You know what I'm saying? How can you take care of the car? Where are you parking the car? Where do you live? All those things play a factor when you're thinking about buying a Mopar. You have to. It didn't used to be like that, but depending on where you live or what you got going on, it will determine whether or not you should buy a 300 or a Charger. Right now, I'm kind of flying under the radar. I would love to put SRT badges on this car, but all that's going to do is draw more attention to it, and I really don't want that kind of attention. It looks good, and one day maybe I will do that, but right now I'm not ready to do that. I'm gonna leave it just like it is. So I hope that answers some of you guys' questions. I know it's kind of a quick video. I'm waiting for my wife, so I decided to turn the camera on, guys. I'm gonna do probably 2, 3, 4 more videos like this talking about this car, guys, because there's a lot of things I haven't even been able to play with inside this car. There's so much going on, so many things to do. I'm still getting used to the alarm. I gotta do a video talking about the alarm and the options I have with the alarm and stuff like that. But it's all good, man. It's all love. We all Mopar. We all the same, man. And if there's anything else y'all want to know, man, let me know in the comments. I appreciate y'all watching. Hit that like button. For example, man, I got heated and cool cup holders in this car, guys. As a matter of fact, I got my water right here, and it's